Welcome to another video. If you've forgotten who I am already, that was quite fast, but my name is Hamish. I'm the founder of a company known as ATech AI, and we're trying to democratize AI by giving ownership in the hands of businesses and like-minded people like yourselves. So appreciate you taking out the time and watching this video, and definitely consider liking and sharing and subscribing and staying up to date with what's going on. Cool. So why are we here today? Well, we are having a look at something that's happened today. As you can see, we have a new model, okay, to play around with called GPT 4.1. Because Windsurf has collaborated with OpenAI and they've decided to make GPT 4.1 free for the next 7 days, okay, in Windsurf. You don't have to have a paid account. You can just use it. We need to give this a go. All right. So we're not using ADA today. We're not using OpenWebUI today. We're just using purely Windsurf, and we'll open a browser, of course, and have a look at what's going on there too. So I want to try the sequential thinking. So where's the bloody settings on this? Windsurf account settings. There we go. All right, cool. I think that is done. If we check the refresh, we should have. Yep, we got sequential thinking there. To refresh that, we should be good. Sequential thinking, no. Okay, no, I ruined it. All right. Damn it. Right. Do we need that other? I feel like we don't need that, man. Like that's not necessary, is it? Hey, I think that should be all right. No, okay, I'm just gonna get rid of that. Right, I don't know what I did there, but we'll just try that again. We'll refresh, add, sequential thinking, save config. There we and all right, we're in now. Refresh that. Cool. All right, cool. So now we have sequential thinking. What are we building today? Well, apparently, as a matter of fact, what I will do is I'll bring up GPT 4.1 really quickly for you guys. So if you haven't heard the news, GPT 4.1 is the latest flagship GPT model for complex tasks, okay? Now, what is a complex task in the mind of an AI? Well, we'll figure that out very soon. Technical specs. Intelligence is considered higher, emphasis on higher, not highest. Speed is, and the price is considered between $2 and $8 for input and output. Not really ideal, but I think it's fairly priced compared to, say, maybe Claude 3.7, or I think they've gone along the same lines as Gemini in terms of pricing. Maybe it can only take text and images, cannot take voice, and it can only output text, cannot output images. So there you go. So this is designed for complex tasks, as we can see, well suited for problem solving across all domains. Diving deep into the technical specs, we have a 1 million context window, but only 32,768 output tokens. Okay, that's the max. And knowledge cutoff is now at 2024. So we're actually getting quite close now to almost real-time knowledge. 2024 is pretty good. So well, I'm going to test that right off the bat. So tell me what happened. What was a significant event? Okay, what happened in April 2024? Solar eclipse happened. Okay, when did that happen? I'm going to search the web for this really quick. I could have got the AI to do it, yes, but I want to verify it. Okay, yeah, that was correct. Okay, so it did. Okay, so yeah, that's all right. All right, cool. It knows its stuff. That's cool. That's cool. No worries at all. Yeah, rightio. So let's get to building then, I guess. Do we have to look at some more information? Oh, yes, of course. We do have to look at some more information. What we're looking at here is GPT 4.1, 4.1 mini, and 4.1 nano. We have 3 new models to play with here, which is crazy. Obviously, nano will be perfect for phone agents, I think. And everything else will be, the 4.1 mini is probably good for like more like algorithmic or automation based tasks. And then 4.1 will be for like the complex tasks like that. So let's give this a go. And I'm a Flask developer, so let's see if we can create something more crazy. Let's just build a basic Flask app right now. They say speed was, I think that was bloody fast, man. Like, I can't see. Okay, so just to prove I'm on the free plan as well, see, I can't switch to the other models. I need to use 4.1. Wow. Okay, I turn it into an app for tracking notes. We're just doing this, guys. We're literally winging it right now. Let's see how sophisticated we can get this to become. Okay.
While I was bashing away at the keyboard trying to make this code work, I received a message from one of my students from my Skool community, Jacob. Now, Jacob's been learning things from me even before the Skool community began, and he's definitely come a long way. He's definitely learned all the basics from prompt engineering to how to actually talk to AIs properly to get what you want, to actually using them for task-specific applications. So I asked him to build a personal website for himself, and let's see together now how far he's gotten.
Cool. So,
yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So, all right, man. I gave you a task to create a website, even though you have no idea how to code, right? But you needed to make a website that resonated with you and what you're doing. How did you go with your journey so far?
I think it went pretty well. But yeah, I tried to make it as complex as possible, break it, and then take a couple steps back and then fix so I get something working. But I'll just set it up now. So just like a little loading page.
Wow.
And then just like a night mode that you can add.
Look at that. That's brilliant. Oh, that's so good, man. Okay, now I've got to ask you the question, right? How long did it take you to build this?
Honestly, not too long. Took me maybe 3 or 4 hours in total. It's just like on my break, 30 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 10 minutes here. What took me the longest was definitely the like animated background. I couldn't get it the way I wanted, but I finally just through trial error.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's brilliant. That looks so cool. That's actually giving me inspiration for my website.
That was awesome. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, no, good stuff, Jacob. I'm really impressed with that.
Thank you.
And you should be too. That's a really good effort. And again, like you said, 3 to 4 hours, right? 30 minutes here, 10 minutes there.
Yeah.
Do you think if you really just sat down for an hour straight, do you really think you could just bang this out?
Oh, 100%. While I am working, I am still thinking about like all I want to do is continue working on this. So
I'm sure. Yeah. Wow. No, this is really good, man. Okay. Thank you so much for being on the channel, by the way, Jacob. This is so cool. No, this is fucking awesome. So let's take this to the next level now. So open up a new tab and type in windsurf, right?
Windsurf?
Yeah, wind surf, yeah. As in surfing the wind.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Perfect, that's the one. This is going to be your new best friend, okay? So as you can see at the top in the banner, GPT 4.1 is free for the next 7 days with Windsurf, even if you have a free account. So GPT 4.1 is the latest OpenAI has released, and not even ChatGPT users have access to it.
Wow.
It's only available in API right now. That's why developers get access to it first.
That's very cool.
Yeah, and yeah, so they've done a deal with OpenAI, and they've obviously been very, very, very graceful to us. It does cost a lot of money actually to use this model, but again, it's unlimited for the next 7 days for us. So let's take full advantage of that. Yeah. Let's install this. And have you worked with any code editors before?
Nope.
Okay. How did you get that running? Your website right now?
There's a folder on my desktop. I just asked it, ChatGPT, to walk me through it, and I can probably stream that, what I exactly have.
Okay, no, that's all right. This will be able to do all of it for you. Yeah, of course. I don't think it should ask you for any special requirements or anything. Sweet. It should give you some options. Add an option to say open with Windsurf. Select that option, so then you can right click on a folder and then you can just open it directly in the editor.
Just start fresh?
Yep, start fresh, bro.
Yep.
Definitely select that option. Yep, cool. Just the developer tip. You don't have to take this on board, but when you're naming folders, instead of a space, we use a dash instead.
I can change that.
It's just sometimes, it can fuck out a little bit.
Okay.
On the left side, there's a toolbar. Yep. So the last icon, click that. There's the extensions. Now search for live server. Cool. And we want the one that's by Richwick. I think it's the 4th one. Yep. Sweet. Install that. So what that allows you to do is it spins up a quick web server for you to just test and see what your website can look like. But the great thing is, because it's a live server, any changes you make to it automatically updates.
That'd be very useful, because I was so sick of copying and paste the code from ChatGPT to the folder and back to ChatGPT to the folder. So
yeah, brother, that's exactly how we did it for like 4 years. We had no choice, man. And now we've got these amazing tools. What this is, right? This started as Visual Studio Code, which is a very, very popular code editing software created by Microsoft. And it was just designed for coding and nothing else, right? So what Windsurf has done is they've taken VS Code and they've put in an AI agent inside it, basically, right? And so now this AI agent can literally write the code for you. It can save the files. It can run and test the code for you as well. It can analyze it. It's literally your AI software engineer.
Yep. Cool.
In one place. So just close the extension window on that one. Perfect. And go back to the top icon, the first one. Yep. So that's your file explorer. Okay. So now we're going to go to index.html. Is that your homepage, or is that
this is my homepage. This was the loading screen. This was the homepage.
Okay. So you see on the bottom right corner, you see a go live button, right? Don't click it yet. but you see it, right? Now you need to change from home to index because it's only going to load the index because that's how web servers know what's the home page.
Oh, so this should be index?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so right click, rename
Yep.
index.
I won't allow you to do it because it's already a file. So that's perfect. Yeah.
Rename, just for now, to him.
Sweet. Now, once you press go live,
Yep, okay.
that's fine. Sweet. So now that's all loaded. Okay. And now you've got your trusty assistant called Cascade on your right.
Yep.
So now you can use this to chat with it. First of all, we need to load the file of index. Which one do you want to work on? Index 2 or?
I'm happy with the loading screen, so just the home page, so normal index there. Can I edit this and it won't break anything? I guess even if it does, it doesn't matter. I could just make it loading. Is that fine? That's fine. I can fix that later.
What I'm trying to tell you is, bro, you don't have to fix it anymore. So tell Cascade this exact problem that you have. Can you check to see if the files are integrated properly?
Oh, okay, very cool.
Right, so look what it's doing, bro. It literally just looked at your entire code base, and now it's checking each file separately. This will save you hours, man. Like, honestly.
Oh yeah.
There you go. So it has identified what I suspected. This loading page is there, but it hasn't been integrated.
Yep.
All the loading is actually happening in the index.html.
So we do that one.
Hang on. So before we start, so you see where it says Claude? So click that and switch it to 4.1. Now we can go crazy. Dude, I'm telling you, when I first experienced this, and I just literally watched the AI just go nuts on my code, I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're very calm and very nonchalant about the whole thing. I like that. But yeah, this is a crazy time that we're living in, dude.
Oh, just for me, it's like, I think maybe for you, it's like you've experienced what it's like before. And for me, this is just like brand new. So everything's crazy in my eyes, really. But also just me in general, I'm very nonchalant.
The great thing about doing it this way as well, bro, is that you know how when you need to make changes to your code and ChatGPT, it has to rewrite the whole file to do it.
Yes,
right?
It takes forever.
Yes. Now with this, it just literally made the changes. So what you're seeing there on the left side, what that's showing you is the changes it's made. Okay, so anything in red is what it's deleted, and anything in green is what it's added. So what it's done is it's replaced your read mores with connections to the blogs, for example, right? And linked it to the rest of the pages and then all those kind of things. And if you're happy with the changes, you see on the bottom right, you'll see a reject or accept button.
Yep.
And then you can hit accept, but you should be able to see the changes now that it's done and just check if it's working.
So as in I would close and open it again?
You don't need to do that because it does it by itself, right? It does what's called live reloading. So any change it makes, it detects that, it reloads the site straight away.
Okay.
So now you check on the actual website and see if it actually goes to the blog page.
Does.
Very good. So press accept all, and now those changes are done. Now we move on to the loading screen.
Okay.
And now we just tell it what you want it to do with the loading screen. Now you said it's breaking, so how is it breaking? How would you describe that to a person?
So the loading page to run as we, I guess, enter the website, then go straight to the home page. Need to have the loading page in the header. Oops, sorry. I was having a blast doing this on the weekend. Just have my cup of coffee, put in some prompts, then walk away, come back, tinker away.
Okay, so I think it's so if you look back to your website.
Yep. Oh wow, yeah, literally just changes it straight away. That's really useful.
Done, just like that.
Yep.
You didn't have to worry about anything. Cool. Okay, perfect. So now what I want you to do is literally tell it or exactly like this or however you want to say it. Like just enhance the design of my website to bring it into 2025.
You don't think my website's hip? That's fair. I was thinking the same thing, but
I'm not saying that, man. I'm just saying like this is how I build websites, right? I don't need to tell it like specifics or that shit. Just be like, build into like a 2025 website, and it just creates beautiful looking things, man.
Yeah, fair enough. Because initially I tried to do that, where I just tried to say make a modern website, and with ChatGPT, it was shit. So I was like, okay, I kind of have to go in more and tell it exactly what I want.
Okay, well, this is what GPT 4.1 was designed for, so let's see. Okay, is it done?
It's still editing.
Okay, good. All right.
Generating this request is taking longer than expected.
Okay, that's fine. It's doing some crazy shit behind the scenes, probably. What I'm interested in seeing now is because you've designed it like this, how it's going to take it to the next level now, right? It's because it's going to enhance this current design it's not going to redesign it, is it? We didn't ask it to redesign. We asked it to enhance it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm curious about.
You've made a huge mistake.
Oh man, that's horrible. Oh, dude, that's okay. Don't worry, we can undo it. Don't stress about that.
No, that's fine.
It's not though.
It is, yeah. It gets rid of the animation, which I like. But this is interesting.
Yeah, you like those gradients?
No, but
Oh god. Okay. So all right. So just go. Okay. Can you just bring? Fucking reject that shit, bro. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah. Okay. That was disgusting. Right. We're gonna have to be more specific then. So. It's a combination of Windsurf and a terminal-based coding editor called Ada that has allowed me to build and deliver successfully 24 websites in the past 3 weeks.
in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say like in total, but 3 weeks. God damn.
In 3 weeks, yeah. That's insanity, isn't it? And that's
Yeah.
for other people, bro. Like, what the fuck? I even built an entire like Seek style job board system.
Mhm.
It's called Zola.
That's insane.
Zola.global. Yeah, anything's possible now, bro. Like literally anything. Like the one thing I say these days is your imagination is your only limitation now.
Yeah, fair.
The other really cool thing you can do with Windsurf as well, before we get too carried away, is something called MCPs. Have you looked into this yet?
No.
Okay. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. To give you a bit of an idea of why this is so important, back in the days, in order to connect AI to tools, you needed to like literally physically connect them, right? And you needed to configure them and then tell the AI how to use it and like when to use it in the prompt and all that shit, right? And it gets really tedious if you have like 200 tools connected, because if something goes wrong, you're fucked, right?
True.
Because you just don't know what's gone wrong. And by the time you figure it out, it's too late. So what the MCP, what the Model Context Protocol does is it puts all the tools inside one place. And you put the context in the tools anyway, like, and in the server. And then you connect that server to the AI, right?
Yep.
You can have a server that's connected to 200 tools, but the AI just knows what to use and when to use it, right? Just in natural conversation. You don't need to prompt it. You don't need to tell it when to use it at any point in time. It just knows when to use it.
Okay, that's cool. I saw like N8N does something similar where it decides when to use each individual tool that you give it. So
that's exactly what it is. That is an MCP server. So why this is important for you is that, say for example, you wanted to create, have you heard of Figma?
Yep.
And graphic designers, they use Figma to design websites and apps and all that kind of stuff, right? So in a traditional development process, the UX designer would design the app and then they would then send it to the developers, and the developers would take inspiration from that and then create the app, right? Through code. But now you can just connect to an MCP that's powered by Figma, and then connect to the design up in the MCP, and then just tell the AI to build it out.
okay, fair enough.
Right? So, and the same applies for Stripe, making payment-based apps. If you wanted to monetize your games and actually create a subscription service, you can do that. You don't have to worry about like, oh, do I have to actually hire a developer to take it to the next step? No, you fucking don't.
So attach it to the server.
Yeah, because there's an MCP server for Stripe. It can do the development for you, right?
That's very cool.
It's a fucking game changer. It's an absolute game changer. So if you just go to a new tab in your browser and just type in Smithery, like Smith, and then ERY, and then you'll see exactly that. Yes, this is all of the MCPs that are available in the world right now. There's stuff to like automate your computer, like actually control your computer and all your files and your like terminals and windows and stuff. There's things to automate your browsers. There's things to manage memories for AIs, and generating images, searching the web. Fucking so much stuff, bro.
Wow, there's a lot of shit here.
Yeah, so it kind of takes the pressure off the AI as well, right? Because you can literally connect an AI to an AI now, then have an agent-to-agent approach.
Okay. A lot to take in.
I get it's a lot to take in, but this is like, okay, just for example, look at that Google Workspace server, for instance, right? Just read the description of that. So manage your emails and calendar events programmatically. So just think how powerful that would be for a fucking business owner who's got 8 businesses, man.
Yeah, true.
Right? You connect each tool will be just individual workspace accounts. At a moment's notice, be like, what is business 1 up to today? What do I need to catch up in on business 2?
Yeah.
And it'll just read through all the emails and the events and be like, all right, mate, here's exactly what you have to do.
Ooh, okay. I'm just like lightly reading over all of these.
The sooner you get your head around this, the wealthier you'll become. Right? I'm telling you that now. Yeah. Because you think about this from an AI phone engine perspective, bro, right? Any tools or any like extra functionality you wanted to add, just make an MCP server for it instead.
Yeah. Okay.
Vappy now supports MCP too. So yeah, again, the functionality side of things just makes it even better.
Yeah, I need to look into this for sure. MCP. Okay.
Excellent. And the great thing is that you can just connect this directly to Windsurf. MCPs can connect natively. If you click the settings cog, perfect. Scroll, yep. Then you see, yep.
Model context protocol add server.
Yes, that's the one. And you can see all the ones that are available right now for you to use. So there's Stripe there, there's Figma. You just connect your API keys, obviously.
Yep.
And that's how it connects to your data.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely mental stuff, man. Like,
yeah, sure.
Yeah, like suddenly anyone can make an app and they can monetize that from day one.
Yeah, pretty much once that's set up, they're good to go.
Yeah, literally. And you would pay the paid plan for Windsurf starts at $19 a month. So $19 a month, bro, you have a fucking software developer that is maintaining and managing your monetized products. What a time to be alive right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just need to cancel my ChatGPT subscription and go straight to this.
Damn right you do, bro. Yeah. And again, okay, so you see there's two options there. Right now you're in write mode. You see on the bottom in the chat, in the bottom chat?
Yeah.
You're in write mode. If you switch over to chat mode, you're just in normal
chat mode.
Yeah. That's not going to write any files or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just in chat mode now. So you can just talk like you would ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm making this switch tonight. I already like this one more.
Yeah, brilliant. To give you another real world example, although you don't really need the justification, but I recommended this to an app development company. The guy literally said, he's like, man, if you would not have introduced me to Windsurf last year, I would have had to shut down my business because I couldn't find developers. And I was like, fuck, man, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Like, that's the best testimonial I could ever get.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was right though. And dude, this is a guy he's a non-technical founder, right? He had no idea how his code base worked to begin with.
Yeah.
And he literally, using AI, he taught himself how to code with his own code base.
Really cool.
It's an incredible story, man. So
hopefully I can get there as well.
Well, I mean, it just brings the question, is AI replacing developers or is it just making them better?
True. It's one thing that I've been like looking through Reddit is people are very like torn if they like AI or not with like taking people's jobs and like that. Maybe. It was old. Let
me see here. Nice, man. That's sick. Okay, cool. That's all right, man. At least you got everything set up now.
Yeah.
And then you can continue working on it in your own time.
Oh, yeah. This will help me heap.
Take advantage of the next 7 days, though, yeah?
I absolutely will.
Okay, very good.
Thank you so much. It's been so helpful.
No, you're most welcome, bro. I appreciate your time as well. All right, you take it easy.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Sweet. So I'm not really impressed with the way it has designed the app. I mean, it's very basic, but let's test and see if it works. So let's just put active pieces in here. Go add a note, and it has been successfully added there. And we can go back into the terminal and see post has been successfully done. All right, we can clear the notes. Cool. So functionality works. That's great. But let's make it more modern. Okay, nice work, but it looks too basic. Let's enhance the UI and UX experience and bring the design into 2025 by applying modern principles. Let's see how it goes. GPT 4.1. I see. So the nodes are just being held in an array here, basically, and then it will reset when the server restarts. All right. So we can make it that save into a text file or something like that. I'm not going to set up a database because that would be just too much overkill really for something as basic as this. So let's do a quick refresh. That looks so much better, doesn't it? Okay, cool. Okay, I do like cheese. Oh, that looks nice as well. Nice and modern. Clear the notes. Beautiful. All right, cool. All right, great. Now let's see if we can over-engineer the hell out of this. Make this super over-engineered, like to the point where it's absolutely overkill and no one should ever do that to a notes app. Okay, we're just having some fun here, guys. We're not doing some technical stuff really, but let's see how it over-engineers this entire system. Overkilled. Okay, guys, we have it overkill.css now. What? Okay, we're doing some crazy stuff here by the looks of things. Right. Okay. it's almost done. We'll wait till this one's finished, and then we'll have a look and see what it's produced. Clear WebSocket. Your Notes app is now absolutely hilariously over-engineered. Okay, for real-time multi-user live updates, every note gets a unique user ID, timestamp, and a random user avatar. Has a dark toggle mode notification system. Oh man, I'm really excited to see how this looks now. It's an Easter egg. Control E. Okay, but however, guys, it has been over-engineered, but we did get an error in the code. So I'm gonna try and start the server again. Maybe that will fix it, but no. Invalid async mode has been specified. So let me just send this out to here. And bang, bang, bang. We'll get that fixed. Let's accept the changes for now. All right, clear that and start again. There's no module name event let, so I'll probably have to install that. Cool, fantastic. Now we should be good to go. Ooh, this is running into a lot of errors now, man. Like, this has been over-engineered, but what's going on here? Unsupported platform. All right, I'm very interested to see how this looks, but install G event. That's fine. So long as it's installed G event, which as you can see, it has down here. This error doesn't really matter at this point, so that's fine. I got another unsupported platform. Error after error. We are doing some crazy stuff now. I did ask it to over-engineer it, and it has kind of done that, but it's just not working. So I think the WebSocket functionality, yeah, it's just like really designed for like if you can host this and you can send and receive stuff like super quickly. That's the real idea there. Okay, socket IO is not defined. We don't even need socket IO. Line 113. Hang on, let me just see where it's being referenced here. So I'm just gonna get rid of those routes because they're not really necessary anymore. And line 114. What's going on? What is happening here? Oh, this app is broken now. Okay, all right. We're not giving up. As we learned yesterday, we cannot give up. And I mean, it hasn't edited anything. Okay, I was probably looking at that code, most likely. Ah, for fuck's sake. Line 117. Yeah, there's double indexes. This is the WebSocket, I think. It did double routes, but existing endpoint function add note 115. Add clear. Static clear. Radio. So that was for the webhook stuff. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Now we're running. Okay, so I think we had it set up for the webhooks, but now we don't have the webhooks in there. So, okay, let me just refresh. Right, Notes Tracker Overkill Edition with dark mode, guys. Okay, all right, so it's working. We have an Easter egg, but we'll check that out in a second. Okay, testing to see if this works. Okay. Oh, nice. Fantastic. Nice. We get a user ID. We get some fake avatars. All right. I'm in the mood for some Chinese fried rice today. That's great. Cool. Need to bake a cake. Okay. Awesome. Now I'm going to do something really cool. Great. Well, okay. So basically what I'm going to do with this is I really like this, but I want to be able to convert this whole system into an MCP and then use OpenWebUI to actually interact with this, and then we can see the live updates happening. So let's do that. Now, I don't know if it knows what an MCP server actually is, but it should be an API to use this app through code. However, it will be set it up as an API separately, and then we'll convert that to an MCP, which should be a lot easier, I think. Okay. While it's doing that, let me just have a look what the Easter egg is. You found the Easter egg. Okay, that was not very impressive. Sweet, so we now have an API.py. Do we need all the notes here? Excellent, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna copy this code. I'm gonna open up trusty old web UI. Now what I need is MCP Builder, which is what I created here. And all I'm gonna do is just copy that into here, and then it should spit out the exact code that we need to actually create the MCP server. Okay, I don't trust this API, so I'm going to just test it out and get Windsurf to actually interact with it. It won't do it in real time. Oh yeah. So it's being saved in the API. Okay. So we'll make the API just handle backend and the handle. What did it say? Great idea. This is a classic separation of concerns. The single source of truth for all note data. That's ridiculous. Okay. Let's use chat. All right. Okay, cool. Now I'm pretty excited. So what we've just discovered is it's great. The API is working. It's all fine. But the problem is it's not actually detecting the changes here in the front end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the front end just the front end now. So the design is just going to be the design, and the API is going to handle all of the things that need to be done behind the scenes. And that's a really good approach, because now we can just have everything kind of in one place, and now this MCP server becomes more powerful. So win-win situation all around, ladies and gents. All right, so let me just, that's a client's project. Let me just grab the service here as well. I'm going to create a new folder here. I'm going to call it Notes API. Okay, I'm going to call it API.py. I'm going to close this. I think it hasn't made any changes to the API. Yeah, no, so it hasn't made any changes to the API whatsoever. So the API is still the same, which is great for us. And then we can go, you have to run a very specific command to do this, but here we go, 3, 2, 1, and that should all be good. And we are now starting the process. Just give that a few moments and we'll just see here. Okay, good. So when I refresh this, okay, all right, cool. Obviously we have some more work to do here. That's cool. Wait for this to start as well. Oh, well that won't start because the API has already started there. My bad. Yeah, that was my bad. Okay. Damn it. All right, that's cool. Now we do this. Didn't put names equal to main, mcp.run. Okay, right. Now we should be good. Now it's running. Excellent. Leave this running now as well. And I'll just restart the back end, the front end as well, rather. Excellent. Okay, it looks terrible. Easter egg still there. Clear all notes button looks horrible, but let's see. Okay, so we now have the MCP server running as well. So I'll give this a quick refresh and just start a new chat and go to Gemini Flash, Note API. Okay, great. So I might just put this side by side. Cool. So let's see if it works. To bake a cake later on. Okay. Supposedly it deleted a note. It didn't post it. Why would it decide to delete when I add what? No, it posted add new note. No, it did post, yeah. Remind me to bake a cake later on. I refresh this. It's not there. Notes added. Okay, hang on. Yeah, save them. So we just needed to add the saving of the notes into a JSON file just for simplicity's sake. And cool. And yeah, okay, sweet. So we're gonna have to recreate the, oh, maybe not. Okay, refresh that. Let's test this. Notes on display. Yeah, it's still not saving somewhere. I can't see the JSON file. What? Wait, did I delete? Did I reject the changes? Idiot. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, this is getting a little bit out of hand, but let's see if we can get this to work. Test. Nope. Changes. Notes aren't. Okay, so the API works. The API is working, and I've just done that through MCPs, which is great. Now, if I go, what's on my notes list? Test note from Cascade. Remind me to tell Susan she's cool. Awesome. So yeah, that's working. That is working. Just set up a proxy in Flask, recommended for simplicity. Proxy, yeah, definitely, because I've had so many issues with calls and like HTTPS requests and stuff when doing stuff on localhost. So yeah, that's definitely not ideal. Oh, my brother just got a comment on my last video. If you haven't seen that, can AI build a car racing game? Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Okay, sweet. Yes. Okay, cool. Awesome. Can you delete the test note? Okay, didn't delete it. Does it have the ability to delete? Let me see. It clears all posts. Okay, that's cool. So what we'll do, nice, that worked. Update the API to be able to delete based on the UID. Fantastic. Cool. So now we go back to the MCP build. We're good. Okay, so now we have an updated MCP server code, and I'll just do that. Excellent. Get out of that. Start that again, and we are away. Sweet. So the new MCP should be up and running now. I'll give that a quick refresh. Now, let's see if we have the ability to delete note ID. Cool. Delete the test post, please. It might be an issue with the IDs, actually. Which ID is the delete route? Maybe I made a mistake there because I did ask her to use the UID. Oh, okay, so maybe I need to just change the configuration for this. Let me just full screen that for a moment. Get all notes, add new notes, delete note by ID, API URL / note ID. So yeah, so be /note / yeah, hang on. So that's what it should be working then. Okay, I see. Okay, hang on. So I understand what's happening. All right, so let me just create a new MCP server here. Go. Close that, restart that. Okay, this should be all right now. Yeah, sorry guys, I know it's taking a bit longer than expected, but hey, these things happen, right? That's now AI sticky notes, clear notes. Yep, okay, cool. Currently, there are no notes available according to this. What? This is pointing to, oh, this has made it its own. This is its own API. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Damn it. All right, I'm really sorry about this, guys. It's taking a lot longer than expected. The API will be on localhost 5001 /note. All right, cool. So this should be optimal now. Yeah. Okay. Refresh that bad boy. New chat. Jesus Christ, there's so many models. Sticky notes. All right, cool. Now we're back up and running. Delete test note. Okay, I can go to the office. I can do all of that, but I can't delete. So I'm just doing some troubleshooting here, obviously, just to figure out what's going on. And we're trying to understand how, I can't find the ID. So maybe there we go here, delete note. Okay. So that worked. Okay, so I had to be very specific there, as you can see. But okay, so that works. Yeah, maybe just need to provide a little bit more context on the tool. Cool, so that is all working well now. And just show notes again, and should come up with nothing this time. Okay, now let's try this with an offline AI model. It's all well and good trying this with this, but the whole point of MCPs is that you can use offline AI models and make them more intelligent. So I'm going to use I'm not going to use a 7 billion. I'm going to use a smaller model. Let's use a 1 billion. Where's Llama? Where is Llama? 3.21 billion. All right, show my notes. Good, no notes yet. Very good. Add a note to go to the office 20 minutes. Okay, so it did it, right? An offline AI model, right? And it can use MCP tools quite easily. And yeah, wow, that's very interesting. So you're probably wondering how I created the MCP in the first place, right? So let me just show you the real gubbins behind everything. So like, all you really need to know is this, and that's it. It hasn't really changed the code. It's just taken the functions inside the routes and just put them as MCP tools instead. It's literally all it's done. So any API or any Python front-end, back-end like system can be very easily converted into MCP servers, and we can go crazy with that stuff. And as you can see, like, the potential here is quite insane. I've literally just built a notes tracking app that anyone can access on the internet, but I can also programmatically use as well, thanks to AI. And I mean, that is incredible. So yeah, the potential is really endless. Your imagination is your only limitation. Thank you so much for watching this, guys. I really appreciate it. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Definitely like, share, and subscribe. Peace.